Good evening and welcome. Today is Wednesday, February the 19th, 2020, and this is the City of Anderson Board of Architectural Review. First item on the addenda. Anything, Jeff?
Nothing else to add tonight.
Then we'll move right into the public hearings, first being BAR 1846.
The applicant is not present at this moment, so if we can move, and I believe he needs to be here for us to have a conversation about that, and so if we can move to item 2 and see if that applicant has time to arrive.
I think that makes sense. We'll move then on to BAR 2001. Jeffrey.
The applicant is requesting approval for new signage on the building at 109 South McDuffie Street in the downtown historic district. The property will be the new home of McCoy Wright Commercial Real Estate. As you can see, it's been the Whitmer Company co-working building. Currently, they have the sign on the front, which is basically a vinyl letter that's adhered to the building. They also have the small brown sign on the front right here as well, with the same general information on it. And then currently on the side of the building, there is no signage at all. What the applicant is seeking to do is to change the signage on the front of the building to represent the new business in there. So it would be switched to McCoy Wright Commercial Real Estate. Those would be individually lit letters. So similar to Carolina Alliance Bank downtown, where it's just the letters, but they are illuminated, but it's just a letter instead of a whole frame, sort of like individual channel letters, but each letter is lit. And then the second sign on the front would either be a refacing of the current sign with blue and the white. Again, this would be partially internally illuminated. The blue would be an aluminum front, so only the logo would be illuminated. They are seeking an either-or approval for this, with either refacing the existing sign or going to the square sign that you see here. They haven't decided which one they prefer yet, so they are seeking an either-or approval on that. And then on the side of the building, they would like to add a sign here. Again, this would be a cabinet sign. The blue would be aluminum facing, which would not be illuminated. The MW and the white would be internally illuminated. This is not a primary building law by the city's sign ordinance, so they are not allowed to have a sign here without having to go through the additional step of a zoning variance, and that is scheduled for next week if the board approves it tonight. When reviewing this application, the board should focus on the standards set forth in Chapter 8 of the Downtown Design Guidelines, which are design guidelines for signs. Following sections apply to this request. First policy states to design the sign to be in balance with the overall character of the property. Appropriate signs include the flush-mounted wall sign, the projecting sign, and on the front, they also have some small vinyl graphics with the logo on the two doors as well. The next policy states that a sign should be in character with those seen historically. The board must decide the proposed improvements meet the above criteria. If approval is granted, the applicant must complete the sign permit process through the planning and building departments. And again, for the side sign that you see there, they would have to go through that step with the Board of Zoning Appeals. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions you have for staff, and the applicant is here tonight as well.
Great, looks good. Let's go back to the front individual illuminated letters. Are these individual boxed, internally illuminated? I'm still not clear with the diagram.
Think of it like individual channel letters.
Right.
Which each letter itself is, so they're on a raceway, the individual letters are lit. So it'd be basically the equivalent of a box sign that's routed out with only the name of the business illuminated, with the background not illuminated. So it would be equivalent of signs that we've approved in the past. The best example of one we've done similar to this is Carolina Alliance Bank, where they have, it's a different font, but Carolina Alliance letters in the individual letters, and they are illuminated.
It was just the diagrams throwing me as to the verbal description. All right, questions, comments, concerns?
Like it.
So does the blue actually glow, or is it lit?
It's lit from the inside, correct? So the blue would be lit up as blue. So So it's not like a halo light where it's a light on the back bouncing off. It's the
It is a blue
light
light.
inside each letter.
Okay.
And is that same for commercial real estate as well?
Yes.
Okay. And as to the smaller logo signs? Thoughts?
Yeah, I think either one would look good.
And the additional logo sign on the other side of the building?
Looks okay.
Do you have a picture of the front of the building as it is today? Okay.
So size-wise, it's fairly equivalent to what they have up there now. It's just, it's a different style of sign because those are vinyl letters that are adhered to the building. But it's not a big difference in terms of the actual size of what's up there.
So would each of the new letters have to be connected in any way? Like, would there be a horizontal piece at the bottom
I believe that there would be like a raceway behind it,
behind the letters?
behind the letters, one raceway for each row,
Yeah,
and however they do the wiring for all that, so.
What color is that?
yeah. As long as that's not blue.
The silver? What would it?
Could be white.
The raceway behind it, that'd be like an aluminum color or painted to the building color. Oftentimes when we see the channel letters, they're on like a raceway, but you probably could do it where each one's mounted individually, so.
Well, because your power would come in, maybe at the M, and then it would have to, each letter would have to connect to the power.
Individually, right.
Right. Background of the building. Yeah. I think if it were painted the color of the facade.
Have the raceway painted to match the building or do it individually.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Yeah, I want to hide the race.
Yeah.
So that you only really see.
Okay. And as to the vinyl graphics on the front door, again, in keeping with the logo? All right. Anything else? Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve.
We have a motion from John, second from Bill. Anything further? With the additional clarification regarding the raceway being painted white to match the building. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. Certainly.
Yep.
All right, we'll allow the initial the earlier applicant to have a little more time and review the minutes from December. Landry has sent them to us. Thank you for your attention and keeping up with us. Any corrections? Is there a motion?
I'll motion to approve the minutes.
Motion from Billy, second from Jill. Anything further? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Scan the parking lot, and there's no sign of the other applicant.
Right, and as I recall, the applicant been previously on the agenda, has not attended, and you stressed the importance of them being here tonight. Is that correct?
Correct,
Due to the nature of the application and lack of details.
correct.
Well, then I think we'll just move on. If you'll keep this application open, as we have in the past.
Yes.
Anything further tonight? Concludes our meeting. Motion to adjourn. Thank you, Jill. Second by Bill. All in favor? We are adjourned.